My name is Analis. I met Damani unfortunately in high school, and and we've been working since March. Before I started working with Damani, I had read a good bit about intermittent fasting and a decent amount about nutrition, but I wasn't quite in the place of my life where I was really putting all of that stuff, implementing it into my life, just because I don't know, I was kind of in a funk over last winter, and around that time I was deciding that I can't continue like this, because I had gained some weight and I just wasn't feeling good mentally, and I wasn't feeling good physically. So my biggest accomplishment is probably how I felt about myself. I've noticed that eating better has stabilized my mood a lot more, and I've just felt less low energy. But also I've had some really proud moments while I was working out, and kind of in disbelief that, I was kind of turning into the person that I've been wanting to be for a little while. Before I started working with Damani, I didn't feel confident being in the gym or touching any of the machines. One, because I didn't want to get hurt, and then also because I just didn't know how to do it, and I'm also kind of shy, so that didn't help me out as well. I think I had to get into the mindset of, okay, you can't keep making excuses for yourself. You got to do it, because you're affecting your health down the line if you keep putting it off. Investing in yourself is extremely important, and I personally believe that, which is why I joined. And if you don't have the resources or access to the resources, or time to access the resources, joining PowerFast Champions, I think would be incredibly helpful, and having a coach to help guide you through how best to take care of yourself, and how best to eat, and how best to work out was really eye-opening. So obviously, I lost weight and inches off of my body, but one of the biggest results was that I felt I've never felt okay wearing a swimsuit probably since middle school. And I put on a swimsuit last week, and I went in a pool, and that was, exciting and thrilling, and I felt pretty comfortable. I still got a little way to go to feel a lot more confident in myself, but that was really nice, because I hadn't felt, probably ever felt really comfortable wearing a bathing suit. So I have a trip coming up in August, and I previously camped, backpacked, and hiked a whole bunch, but sometimes I feel like I struggle a little bit more on the uphill. But through having this consistent workout schedule for the last 4 months, I think I'm gonna do a lot better. I'm gonna be able to go a lot further, and just not feel as worn out at the end of the day. And then another thing that I was really proud to have accomplished in this program, unexpectedly, was I had stopped climbing for a really long time, for probably 6 months. And also I just wasn't climbing really great last year. I was climbing kind of terribly, but I went climbing 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and I managed to climb at the max grade that I had climbed when I was consistently climbing probably 2 years ago, year and a half ago. So that felt really good. And now, I know I'm stronger, my back's stronger. I haven't had any issues with, my pinched nerve in my back, because I've been so, dedicated to making sure I'm working out, doing my back exercises. So that was one of my big accomplishments. CPR used to always take a lot out of me, I couldn't go for very long, and I would get very winded. And I felt like the depth of my compressions on a real live person weren't as deep as they could have been. But through lifting for the last 4 months, I was able to, you know, regulate my breathing and keep going and provide really good compressions to this guy. And I found out today that he made it. They extubated him. You know, he's up and talking. So that was a big victory to have.
And how much cardio was in the program?
For me, there was a lot of cardio because the lifting made me breathe really heavily. And it shot my heart rate up. But really, nothing. There was like no cardio in the program. It was just lifting.
Just lifting. And that's all it took.
Yeah, but if you lift heavy enough and, you know, focus on your reps, it really spikes up your heart rate. At least it spiked my heart rate up. And yeah, that was all it took. That's
all I have. I'm going to stop recording so we can get back to being our introverted selves. Okay.